It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry. More or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And in this next one, two intelligent, grizzled rosters going toe-to-toe. Shaq,
Not
with
Grizzly
sound effects
rosters.
like that, and two veteran
Grizzled.
teams like this that know the lay of the land. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, patience, working for the shots that you really want. Two teams that tend to value each possession. That's a Grizzly sound, Ernie.
It's
Oh,
grizzled.
Grizzly
not-
sound.
You said Grizzly.
He said grizzled.
Oh,
How's a couple
grizzled.
of grizzled rosters?
Okay, grizzled cheese sandwich. Okay, I got
Grizzled cheese, yeah.
it. Got it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
For grizzled.
But you got to have good fundamentals, Ernie. That's really big. And experience in crunch time. Guys who've been in a position before, they relax. They take great shots. They don't get nervous. That's what I always like.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I got a quick joke for you guys.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. You know why Snoop carries an umbrella?
Why?
For drizzle. Here's Kevin Harlan.
For drizzle.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Memphis head coach David Fizdale spent a long time as an assistant in Miami. He coached the big three of LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. He said they were incredible leaders and basketball geniuses, so I was very lucky to be a part of that. A lot of my success I owe to that team we had in Miami. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Coach Fizz is certainly an exciting young coach on the rise. Doris, a wealth of experience, will be out on that floor here tonight. Two veteran ball clubs for sure. What kind of game does that typically bring us?
Well, like you, Kevin, these guys are very savvy.
Yes.
They'll bring good fundamentals, they understand the big picture, and they know how to play the right way.
So Memphis will get the first possession. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Conley out there with Tyreek Evans. And it's McLemore at the three. Now Curry. After the missed three from Marc Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass. Pachulia has got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Warriors. Evans with it. To the wing right side. Outside, Green. Evans against Durant. And Durant sends it back. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Durant with it. Now defended by McLemore. They get it back. Green kicks to Curry. Again, Curry missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Outside Gasol. Back to Conley. To the middle with the shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
The first free throw is good. And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him, you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
Gasol drops 2.
And you think about it, for so long the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the 2 bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
Now, here's Thompson. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability. 1 for 4 right now. A little sluggish coming out of the gate.
And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and roll. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
And here's McLemore after the 3-pointer from Klay Thompson. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Thompson misses.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Shots good by Green.
How good is Draymond Green as a stretch 4, a power forward who can really knock down perimeter jump shots?
Good looking screen by Gasol. Here's Conley, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice, because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
Curry, good.
Well, the pick and roll is a play that Curry loves to operate, and he's always asking and seeking opportunities in this kind of situation.
Now here's McLemore. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Durant, to the inside. Green passes to Pachulia. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Back to Thompson. Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And this is Durant's game, right? As soon as he catches the ball, he's ready. Pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Outside, Green. In the corner, it's McLemore. He kicks to Gasol. Thompson with the rebound.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Evans. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Fast break, here we go. Curry dishes to Thompson. Over in the corner, Pachulia. The screen from Thompson. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Pachulia. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Conley, the pass to Green. And he drops it in from the low post. Green's got his first points of the game.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Now here's Green. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
That's good from Durant. And at this point, everyone knows just how deadly this Warriors offense can be. So many weapons and all the stars that can just take over a game, Doris. It really is a matter of pick your poison.
Well, to me, Kev, it's arguably one of the best offenses the NBA has ever seen. Statistically, they have put up numbers on par with any other great team in history. The threes are the sizzle, but to measure this team strictly in that category would be a disservice.
Now here's Gasol. 26 points for him last game against Boston.
And we can't forget his dominance on defense, guys. His shot blocking altered the entire game.
But they'll get another chance. Offensive rebound. And another shot. And Green with the lay-in.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Curry kicks to Green. Evans against Thompson. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, Thompson keeps his composure through the contact. If you're going to foul him, it better be done right, because you don't want to give him this and one.
You think of Klay Thompson and you think of his great shooting ability. But Doris, he is just as impactful on the other side of the ball.
Well, to me, Kevin, he is one of the elite two-way players in the game, because though he doesn't get a ton of steals or blocks, when it comes to guarding the James Hardens or the Russell Westbrooks, Klay always draws that assignment and does an incredible job. I'll tell you, there are a lot of pretty jump shots in the NBA, but for my money right now, Klay Thompson is right at the top. He has perfected and honed his form, and boy, when he gets hot, it's lights out.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And for Klay, Doris, and his shooting, he has worked to complete his entire set of offensive options. Started as just a shooter, but now he is a threat on many fronts.
Well, he's one of the best shooters to play right now in today's NBA, but the reality is he has greatly improved his ability to finish at the rim and play with his back to the basket. The jumper's always going to be the primary weapon, but now he's balanced that with a number of other options.
Now here's Conley, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Here's Gasol, and it's Durant with the rebound.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Outside for Curry. And it's off from three-point range. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Boston Celtics.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points, you need to create extra possessions, and getting wiped out on the boards kept that from happening.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
Boy, the mid-range becomes slightly more difficult when the defense is as active as they are there.
Durant dishes to Curry. Back to Durant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. They get Marc Gasol. And something that surprised me last season was the play of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. He's always been, Doris, considered a solid defender, but he seemed to make a bigger jump last year in how he impacted that end of the floor.
Well, let's remember, Kev, that there was so much talk about who would protect the rim for the Golden State Warriors when Kevin Durant came aboard. Turns out he was their rim protector. This guy has a career high in blocks and formed an incredible duo with Draymond Green up front. Just great stuff.
That free throw good from Durant.
Well, Kevin Durant, one of the more efficient players that we have ever seen. This guy is a juggernaut by himself on the offensive end. He can score from virtually any spot on the court.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. West comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Both good from the line that time. And there are so many high-powered offenses out there nowadays. Which coaches do you think, though, devise the best defensive schemes to counter those terrific offenses?
Well, certainly some of the most identifiable defensive minds in the NBA. Greg Popovich comes to mind. Tom Thibodeau comes to mind. Quinn Snyder. I don't think you can overlook the Golden State Warriors. They've been one of the best defensive teams for the last several years as well. So credit to Steve Kerr and his great defensive coordinator, Ron Adams.
Good read by you. You're right. Now here is McGee following the miss by Chandler Parsons. Iguodala.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively, still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Young's checked in for Kevin Durant. And so he's able to get one of two.
Well, I think the veteran and championship experience of Andre Iguodala is critical. This guy is a versatile forward who is well known for being a defensive stopper.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go for the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
Here's Martin after David West's bucket. And Parsons kicks to Selden. Back to Parsons. Shot clock at 6. Martin, the pass to Selden. From the top of the key. Warriors with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Martin with the block. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Memphis. The Warriors have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Two shots.
The free throw drops for West.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
And David West drops them both. And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is what they purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group.
Here is Livingston after Memphis gets the 3. On the wing, Iguodala, covered by Parsons. Young's shot is off.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
And good as it rattles through the hoop. Selden's got 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. That's tipped. Parsons outside. Selden. That's in. Coming off the assist from Parsons. Selden's got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies. Now here's Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to West. To the paint. And Young kicks to Iguodala. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Pass to Parsons. Back to Chalmers. Memphis moving it around. Martin dishes to Parsons. The pass to Selden. Martin the screen. Jumper off the screen. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Young, and Davis sends it back. And now the Grizzlies fast break. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Warriors.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
First free throw is good.
And how about last season, Steve Kerr becoming the fastest coach in NBA history to reach the 200-win plateau? This guy has had nothing but success in his first run and already considered one of the elite coaches in the league.
That one misses. And Doris, for Kerr to get win number 200, the team only needed 238 games played. For those wondering, that is an insane 84% winning percentage.
Wow. Yeah, Kev, you look at all the coaches in any sport, and none of them comes close to that career winning percentage. And for all his success, the guy remains humble and does nothing but give credit to the players. This guy deserves recognition for an incredible record.
Now here's Parsons. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Boston. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Just 2 to shoot.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Iguodala, the pass to Livingston. West with a wide open look. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Chalmers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. They set the pick. Davis sets a screen. And Chalmers kicks to Parsons. Parsons can't get that one to fall. Iguodala. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I wanted to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, that first NBA championship.
Right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism, and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, they are pounding away on the backboards. Every time that ball goes up, they are ready to go after it.
Livingston is out there with Nick Young, and there's JaVale McGee. Then there's West, and it's Iguodala in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors 5. And that one falls for Iguodala. Doris, you went from the basketball court right to the broadcasting booth. Having seen the game now from an analyst perspective, what might you go back and tell Doris the player?
Yeah, I'd probably tell myself to throw myself completely into the vibe of the team, to never, even if I were struggling as a basketball player, to turn inward. I would always say turn outward to your teammates and invest in what's going on with the group, and then that seems to make everything fall into place.
And mentally, too, I think you've got to prepare and focus like you would as a player when you are broadcasting.
No question about it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, David Fizdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much. Now here's Parsons. Here's Chalmers. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. McGee's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Back to Livingston. It's deflected. Here's Parsons. That one doesn't go. The Warriors go the other way with it. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
Yeah, you know, I didn't sense any urgency on their part. They did just enough to win, but I don't think they can come away feeling great about the way they did it.
Now, here's Chalmers. His last outing, he had 8 points. It's stolen by Livingston. And Davis sends it back. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And there's the feed to Chalmers. Looking to end the drought. And Davis can't get it to go.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
Livingston kicks to McGee. Golden State moving the ball around. McGee a screen. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. Then for the Grizzlies, Marcus All's checked in for Davis. McLemore has come in for Jarrell Martin. And Tyreek Evans is subbed in for Selden. Different look here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kevin Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Nick Young. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Green, he's checked in for Memphis. Conley now comes in for Fresh. Back to Evans. Green with a screen for Evans. With some arc. Great D that time from Green.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's a near instant release on the catch and shoot jumper from Steph Curry. Incredible percentage with how quickly he gets it off.
Here's Green following the basket by Stephen Curry. Green, the screen. Conley with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
Curry dishes to Thompson. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Durant. A shot missing. Gasol with the defensive effort. Evans against Thompson. Evans passes to McLemore. Back to Evans. Conley with the three. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. Warriors leading by 11. Curry kicks to Thompson. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. The wide open look for Durant. Durant with another miss. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And here's Evans. He's coming off a 13-point game against Boston.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated, trying to get a way to stop him.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success. Remember, his dad was a gold medalist in the triple jump. And you can just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
Now here's Durant. He had 22 points in the win against the Lakers. And Thompson gets it to go.
Well, Klay Thompson's simply one of the best to do it in the NBA right now when it's a catch-and-shoot situation.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Green inside. Guarded by Green. From deep, McLemore. Draymond Green pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Durant sets a screen for Thompson. Outside Durant, and Curry has it in the corner. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Evans. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his third assist on the night.
In the shooting form Evans has, a reliable jump shot. You got to honor it if you're the defense.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
And with Conley's athleticism and his handle, tough to keep him out of the lane.
And if you go under on that pick, he can hurt you from deep. This guy really the complete package, arguably the most underrated point guard in our league.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Doris, the new designated player veteran exception allows teams to pay their biggest stars much more money than any other team can offer around the league. How good is that for the league in terms of competitive balance?
Well, you would never, to me, want to see a player like LeBron James or Kevin Durant underpaid relative to their value of the team. And I think for a long time, Kevin, that was part of this. And so I'm interested in your take. I want these guys to be fairly compensated. And that's the most important thing.
I do love when a player is developed by a team and stays with that team. We see so few of those instances in pro sports, but a lifelong Pacer or a lifelong Celtic, I think to me that has great meaning, especially if I were a fan of that team.
Well, we were so used to that as kids growing up. You know, those players stuck with our team for extended periods and many times for their entire career.
Yes. Warriors leading by 12. Outside Curry. Dishes it to Thompson. Curry setting the pick for Thompson. They kick it out to Green. All alone. Goes back up. The shot that time, not on target. Evans with some nice D. Over to the wing. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Green. Evans with some nice D. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Stolen by Durant. Curry wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Mike Conley.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Yeah, former 4th overall draft pick. Conley took a while to develop physically, but the mental parts have always been there.
Hits it from 3-point range. Thompson's got 12 in the game. And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a two-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through, and that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West.
Here's Curry following the basket by Marc Gasol. And Thompson kicks to Pachulia. Back to Thompson over Evans, and Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Pachulia. 14 points for Klay Thompson.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight, efficient and effective.
Gasol's in the post, goes up against Pachulia, and Gasol gets it to go.
Boy, his shot looks so much more fluid this quarter, hitting at a much better clip.
Thompson dishes to Curry. And Thompson kicks to Green. Pachulia the pass to Durant. Back to Pachulia. Golden State moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Thompson misses. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Conley with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. They get it again. Gasol no good. Golden State's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Durant for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Curry against Conley. Now McLemore. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Doors with every team looking to spread the floor, get that space. Most big men are being asked to increase their range. Is the practice time going into that taking away from working, for instance, on other fundamentals that a big guy should be working on?
Here's how you know this is for real. When you hear Dwight Howard talking about the fact that this guy is going to spend an entire summer trying to develop the range because he wants to extend his playing career.
Sure.
Dwight Howard at one time was the single most dominant back-to-the-basket low-post center. They surrounded him with shooters. They put him in pick and roll, and he was an absolute monster. You know what? I don't know if it'll take away from the other fundamentals for the center. I do know that the role of center has drastically changed in the NBA.
Well, you look back in the last 3 seasons of the Golden State Warriors, just an incredible run and record in every season. Some, in fact, Doris, are the best basketball the NBA has ever seen.
I think, Kev, we're going to look back at these Warriors teams and feel like we're lucky to have been able to see it live. How about 67, 73, and 67 wins the last 3 years? They have been the team to beat in all of those seasons. Such a special run.
Now, here's Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He used that pick to get in close. And the Warriors lead by 18.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Zeldin. 8 points for him. In the corner, Parsons with it. To the paint. Here's Davis. Second chance shot. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Livingston kicks it to West. Right at the free throw line. Grizzlies with the rebound. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Parsons on the wing, fended by West. Parsons with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Well, that's just really nice patience by Parsons, letting the play develop in the pick and roll.
Iguodala outside. There's the dish to Young. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Martin's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
The Grizzlies trail by 18. Parsons outside. Passes it to Chalmers. Here's Zeldin. 6 on the shot clock. Martin with a screen on Iguodala. No good from Zeldin.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Now here's Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's West. Great D that time from Martin.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Draymond Green. Draymond, big front court on the other team. Was the game plan to make them adjust to you?
Absolutely. We know their size is what they were going to bank on. Pull them away from the rim a little bit. We were able to knock some shots down.
You look comfortable, and they did not. Thanks a lot, Draymond. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone, as we take a peek at Coit Tower with the skyline of gorgeous San Francisco just behind. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The 3-ball just kept falling.
Hey, Greg, this guy phenomenal from distance, dropping in 3 after 3 after 3, and the defense has got to make an adjustment.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Warriors leading by 18. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Evans out there with Conley. And it's McLemore in at the small forward position. Now Conley. Following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. And it's Evans missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Tyreek Evans, the fourth pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
They get it again. Green. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Green's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Warriors. Feeds to Evans. He dishes it to Gasol. Over Pachulia. It's Gasol missing.
Boy, searching for some rhythm here at the start of the second half. That's their third straight miss.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Kicks it to Evans. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Over Pachulia. High shot from 10 feet out. 14 points for Marc Gasol.
Well, it took 4 tries, but they get their first bucket in the second half.
Here's Curry. 13 points in the game. A floater, and it's Durant laying it in. Durant's got 13.
Well, let's just sit back and admire the brilliance of Kevin Durant. He makes these floaters look easy.
Green with a screen for McLemore. Another shot, and it's good on the way in.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Curry dishes to Durant. Grizzlies with the rebound. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Conley's shot is off.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Now here's Curry. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in one quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. Well, what is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the fourth quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Now here's McLemore. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. 11 feet away. Here's Gasol in for his 7th make in 13 tries.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 16. Over Pachulia. Here's Green, and he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's all about the positioning right there. Doesn't let anybody beat him to the spot before he can get the follow-up.
Curry against Conley. Out to Thompson. Here's Durant. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Greg, 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Evans passes to Gasol. Back to Evans. Gasol, a screen on Thompson. Evans' shot is good.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Now here's Curry. He's got 16. Green kicks to Pachulia. Curry is inside. Over by Conley. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Gasol setting the pick for Evans. He feeds it to McLemore. Outside Gasol. Over Pachulia. Gasol can't get that one to fall. The Warriors have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Curry dishes to Durant. Back to Curry. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Evans.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Over to the wing. Conley inside the line. Cans the shot from the wing. Conley's got 8 points.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
Curry kicks to Thompson. High post, Pachulia. Curry passes to Pachulia. It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Durant. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, you can tell Kevin Durant is percolating right now. He is exceptional at getting to his rhythm.
Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Gasol on the high post. Over Pachulia. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. JaVale McGee comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. Jarrell Martin's checked in for the Grizzlies. Chandler Parsons comes in for McLemore. The Warriors have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
How about Iguodala skying for the throwdown? A little throwback dunk from Andre. Go ahead.
Memphis has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Parsons outside. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Green. And Iguodala with a clear path to the... Oh!
Yes.
Goodness.
Iguodala, such a great defender, uses that wingspan to rip the basketball away from the opponent. Nice.
And for Memphis, they're shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Gasol, a screen on Curry. Conley kicks to Gasol. And another miss by Memphis.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
And stolen by Parsons. Trying his luck deep. Here's Gasol. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Curry dishes to Green. He kicks it to Durant. Golden State moving it around. McGee's shot is off. And for Memphis, they're shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Evans passes to Gasol. Shoots over Curry. That misses off the backboard.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Iguodala outside. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Iguodala's got 8 points.
Iguodala at his best. A terrific drive. Gets to the rim with ease.
Iguodala's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. Right side Gasol. And that's going to be a travel. And a look here at the shot chart for Gasol.
Well, you have to give him credit because he's done everything he can to help contribute, but it doesn't appear to be in the cards for him tonight. A lot of strange releases, and he just isn't the same efficient scorer that we're used to seeing.
Curry kicks to McGee. Green with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. The drive by Iguodala. Evans gets the rebound. Evans has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Martin. Back to Evans. Pass to Conley. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Golden State. Durant's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first.
Now here's Parsons after the miss from Stephen Curry. Parsons dishes to Gasol. There's the screen. And here is Conley. 8 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Gasol passes to Conley. Another miss by Conley.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Curry with it. Evans is there. Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you have to respect how aggressive Draymond Green is. If he's got the ball in his hands, he's ready to fire.
Gasol against McGee. Conley kicks to Gasol. Evans dishes to Parsons. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Parsons passes to Gasol to the right side. And here's Conley outside. Another miss by Conley.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Gasol with the steal. Parsons against Durant. Outside Conley. Gasol, a screen on Curry. Conley kicks to Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. Good on the shot. Gasol's got 18 points.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sinks the triple. And that's 19 points for Steph Curry.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Iguodala against Evans. Gasol, a screen on Iguodala. Inside, here's Conley. McGee with the block. Durant for 3. No good. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Great start, fellas. Play, your cutting is awesome. Your movement without the ball is brilliant. Great stuff.
Good to hear that. Complimenting the motion. Steve Kerr likes this offense and how it's running right now.
And when the players and the ball never seem to stop, it really prevents a defense from getting set and digging in.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Caspi is out there with Bell. And it's Young. And there's Livingston. And it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Chalmers passes to Selden. Back to Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. Davis sets a screen. Here's Harrison. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play. Well, I think Omri Caspi has been underappreciated and didn't play much for the Kings last season. Waived by the Pelicans after injuring that thumb, and hard to figure because he can give you quality minutes.
Shooting one.
And Greg Gaspy, an excellent rebounder and a pretty good three-point shooter.
Versatile. He can play either forward position, and his shooting and toughness makes him a great acquisition.
Now here's Chalmers. To the left wing, takes the three. Rebound by Caspi. Warriors shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And stolen by Chalmers. Here's Selden. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
One shot.
And Doris, we know basketball is a team game, but fans and media alike love to focus on the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
You know, Kevin, I think you and I certainly admire watching talent. And it doesn't matter what shape that talent takes. It could be a Broadway star doing their thing on a nightly basis, sometimes twice a day. For us, to watch somebody that we know has paid a price to be great is really special. And so those who are best at what they do are that because they put in the time. And who couldn't admire the work that's required of that?
Well, what I like about your broadcasting, Doris, is you never get distracted by the stars. They're obviously there, but I love the way you encompass the entire team and aren't just fixated on just that big-name player that maybe the average fan is.
Yeah, I think sometimes people forget NBA stars because they are so great and can seem like supermen. They're people like everybody else.
And so here's Memphis after the Warriors pick up 3. 5 on the clock. Harrison kicks to Johnson. That one doesn't go. And Golden State will come the other way.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Harrison. On the wing, Johnson. All alone. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Here's Harrison. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by West. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Livingston dishes to Bell. down low. It's stolen by Davis. To the middle, and here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break.
Oh, terrific pick. Then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect in transition, right? He knew exactly what to do after picking that ball off.
Now, here is Young. Out to West. Tries again, and it's in off the backboard.
That's what you call working inside out, drawing the defense in close, kicking it out for the open jump shot. Nice and easy.
To the right side. The pass to Selden. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Selden. Here's the three. David West grabs the miss. West has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Bell kicks to Livingston, and the shot goes down.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
They set the pick, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
Rabs checked in for Memphis. Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Now here's Livingston, defended by Chalmers. Here's Young. Great D that time from Davis.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Listen, the Warriors are an incredible offensive juggernaut, but the reality is this team has been a championship caliber team because of their defense. The versatility of Draymond Green helps contribute to a team that led the league in opponents' field goal percentage and led the league last season in blocks and steals. Truly incredible on that end.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And for the Warriors, what they do on defense is impressive on their own. A lot of switching and rotations that they are able to get away with because of their personnel.
Correct, Kev. What makes this team work is they have a group of players who can all cover multiple positions. The Warriors can turn that switch and close out games because of absolutely suffocating defense.
And Doris, looking at the financial health of the league, tremendous TV ratings with the finals coverage again. Nearly half the teams valued around $1 billion, which to me is just unfathomable. Are we in the golden age of professional basketball in this country, of the NBA?
I think certainly we are in one of the great generations for the NBA. And think about this. I know soccer is the most popular game worldwide, Kevin, but increasingly basketball beyond the borders of the United States is one of the most popular and fastest growing sports. So I don't think there's any question the NBA is at its peak of its popularity with no end in sight. And I think there's a reason for that. You know, I think there's something very tangible and touchable to the NBA fan. Look at a guy like Steph Curry. He looks like every man, and yet he's finding tremendous success. That's appealing to NBA fans of the next generation. As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says, thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
Now Livingston, now the feed to Bell. Dishes it to West. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
No good on the free throw. Doris, much to the chagrin of basketball purists, we're seeing the near extinction of the mid-range game. Is there a way to reverse this trend?
Kevin, I don't know that we're seeing the extinction of it, and I would point directly to the finals MVP, Kevin Durant, because if you look at some of his success, it is directly in the mid-range. Russell Westbrook has some effect in the mid-range. I mean, listen, certainly the priority is on layup and three, but I don't think we've seen the extinction of the mid-range. I think this is a cyclical type of situation in the NBA, very much the way we've gone away from a low post center. Would a player that's a next level, next generation kind of player change our thinking about that? Let's see. The game is always in a constant state of evolution.
Here's McCall. To the inside, here's Bell, and the jumper from down low is good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And so it's Memphis with it. Passes it to Selden. Here's Rab. Over Young. The shot, no good. Here's McCall. Now the dish to Bell. Pass to McCaw. Golden State moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Memphis has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Feeds it to Chalmers. Here's Harrison. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Now, here is Bell. And Davis sends it back. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Pass to Harrison. Shoots from the corner. Count that bucket. Harrison's got 9 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, good or not, that isn't a shot they'll want him to take again.
McCaw, the pass to Young. And Bell kicks to McCaw. They set the pick. Shot from the low block. No good that time.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
Here's Rab, defended by Bell. Shortening the preseason, adding a week to the regular season to avoid some back-to-backs. Doris, how much is that going to help the players, you think, stay healthy?
You know, this is a fascinating development in one of the areas where the NBA was so proactive in long-term health and well-being of their players. Kevin, I'm anxious to see. Everybody was frustrated by the number of preseason games. They didn't matter. And so I think by taking some of those games that have zero impact on the season, zero impact on how you evaluate and put your team together, is going to be critical to avoiding back-to-backs and the dreaded 4 games in 5 nights. I'm so excited to see how this plays out.
Doris, we're going to get a better product in the regular season. We're going to see players fresher, less injured. I mean, it's a win-win.
Agreed.
Chalmers with it. The pass to Harrison. Kicks to Davis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
Inside. Here's West. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. And the outcome of the collective bargaining agreement and a potential 11-year stretch of labor peace, one of the longest in league history. Doris, what does that mean for this great game of ours?
Well, it means certainly that we can all take a sigh of relief. Everybody wants to play basketball and see basketball played. So Great for the players, their representation, great for the league, and certainly great for the fans and the television partners.
And Doris, I sense such fairness on both ends, too. It really is a partnership.
You know, I think it would be wise for both the players and the ownership to remember they need each other to peacefully coexist and to thrive. And when you're trying to get an agreement that does the best by both parties, this is what you can have. You can have a long stretch of labor peace that makes everyone happy.
Well said. Another shot. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one drops. And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a 3-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
That shot a little beyond his normal range. Caspi's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Kevin Durant.
Boy, with all the work he did at the offensive end, it seemed to me to take a toll on the defenders. They could neither match his energy nor his intensity.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Offensive rebound. McGee dishes to Casper. They set the pick. Passes it to McCaw. Now, here is Bell. Over in the corner, Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Andre. I know if you could bottle a game like tonight, you would. But what's the key as you look forward to these upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough, and guys will be ready to play.
Great performance tonight, Andre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time